Active Literacy Stage 1 Reading. This presentation is designed to provide an overview of the reading strategies for Primary 1, as outlined in North Lanarkshire's Active Literacy Pack. More information on the teaching of reading can be found in Booklet 2 of the Active Literacy Pack. The areas addressed in this booklet are phonics, comprehension, guided reading, paired reading, and word attack strategies. Reading in Primary 1 covers a whole range of different activities. There should be daily reading experiences, as outlined through clear strategies. We also want our pupils to read a variety of texts for a variety of purposes. Sometimes it is helpful to divide the reading process into before, during, and after reading. This helps readers to think about what they might do during each stage to make sure they understand the text. This format is compatible with all methods of teaching reading, for example, guided reading, big book lessons. Teachers are not expected to focus on all aspects of each category every time they read a book with the children. Advice on book banding can be obtained from the curriculum support team. 25 minutes a day should be spent teaching phonics. And as you can see from this outline on page 43, it is suggested that approximately 55 minutes a day is spent on guided reading and active literacy activities. Some teachers use task boards to help organise the pupils' reading experiences, and here is an example of one from a Falkirk classroom. The importance of fluency as an aid to comprehension is explored in the pack, and the 6 comprehension strategies promoted by the National Reading Panel are explained and should be taught in Primary 1. These are then built upon in the following stages. The 6 key comprehension strategies are listed on pages 67 to 70 of the booklet. The comprehension components which should be explicitly taught at Primary 1 are as follows. Under the heading of Concepts of Print, the pupil should have experience in how to hold a book, the front and back of a book, recognition of where to start reading, and left to right, sweep and return. Comprehension strategies to be developed are using the title and front cover as a prediction tool, use of picture clues to help with understanding, recall of the story, identification of the main characters, the setting and the main events, sequencing of events, words, phrases and devices used by the author, and beginning to make inferences about the text. There are 5 stages to a guided reading lesson: planning, introduction and walkthrough, independent reading, returning to text, and follow-up activities. Pupils should be grouped by reading ability, and it is recommended there are approximately 6 to 8 pupils per group. 1 copy of the text should be available for each pupil, and it is suggested that the text should be one in which pupils can read with between 90 and 95% accuracy. Guided reading day 1 and day 3. The before reading activity should only take about 3 to 4 minutes. The teacher is the only one with the book at this point. The teacher will begin the lesson by describing the learning intention and focus on the picture on the cover of the book. The teacher will take a look at the main features in the picture and encourage some prediction about the text. This may or may not incorporate some of the children's previous experiences. The teacher will then walk through page by page in the book, drawing attention to any difficult words which may hinder fluency. But at this stage the teacher is not reading the book out. During reading. During this stage, the pupils will be reminded about the purpose of punctuation and how it influences expression and comprehension. The pupils will read the complete text aloud and at their own pace, but not in unison. The teacher will monitor the reading at this point and give specific praise. At this point, the teacher is carrying out an assessment of the individuals and may decide to record any observations on a post-it note or a small recording jotter and link these to the next steps for each pupil. After After reading, the teacher will help the pupils recall what has happened in the text. They will identify the main ideas and characters and help the pupils make inferences about the text. For example, I wonder what might have happened if. The teacher will also identify any new words or phrases which require further thinking. During this stage, the teacher is aiming to generate purposeful, stimulating discussion. Stage 5, reading to write tasks. Some examples of reading to write tasks include zigzag books, mini books, shape books, speech bubble activity, sequencing activities, before, middle and after books. These activities should last no more than approximately 10 minutes, and at the end of each day, day 1 and day 3, the pupils will take these texts home to read for pleasure. These activities should be ones which can be carried out independent of the classroom teacher. On days 2 and 4, the pupils will read the book independently at first and then go on to reading it with a partner. They will complete a sustained reading to write task from the previous day or complete a new writing task which requires no teacher input. Some activities that could be used at this point are, for example, find words beginning with, find words containing the sound, find words which rhyme with, find your common words, find words that have 2 syllables, 3 syllables or 4 syllables. On day 5, a new book can be given out, but for the purposes of fluency only. In paired reading, the child selects the reading material. Don't worry if the book seems too difficult. In paired reading, you can help the child when he or she is unsure. Quite quickly, the child will begin to learn to choose books which aren't too difficult. Word attack strategies. These cues can be explicitly taught to children as they read text in order to develop strategies for decoding difficult words. Successful learning will take place when the teacher makes links for the children between word attack strategies, phonics and spelling programs. Initially, the teacher will introduce and model these strategies. However, eventually the children will be able to consider these strategies for themselves. Research shows that good readers see every single letter on the page when reading. Remember, start with the books that you have. Library Support for Schools can offer you a fantastic selection of different books from different genres. It is about teaching reading, not just hearing reading. Some ideas from the task boards can be included in active literacy tasks. Use the Glow page to share any ideas that you may have.